Did you ever want your favorite actor who has passed away to say more slurs in video games? Well, if things continue the way they are going, you will soon have the opportunity. All of your favorites will be able to accompany you on some Fortnite escapade and say wild stuff if you can trick the AI into doing it before they patch it out. Now, obviously, we're talking about the AI, Darth Vader, and Fortnite. Here's the thing, James Earl Jones is dead. James Earl Jones' estate allowed AI to use his voice. Now, of course they would. It makes them money. It makes them money, and they're going to take it. It's free money. That being said, does it cheapen the legacy of the actor? Does it ruin the character of Darth Vader? Does it portend total collapse for all things creative in terms of AI? Yes to some of those, no to some of those. Does it ruin the character? Dude, have you been watching Disney? Have you been watching Disney Star Wars? Yeah, the character's toast. Unless you can basically just wipe out your memory, or you've already established that, look, everything done by Disney is not canon. It's never been canon, none of that stuff counts. I don't even remotely consider it when I think of Star Wars. The expanded universe is the only actual sequel, prequel content to Star Wars. It is still canon. Everything outside of that is bull. That's my opinion, and that's my way of looking at it. Does James Earl Jones' legacy need AI to improve or, extend the character of Darth Vader? No. Again, he's dead. So, depending on your understanding of the afterlife or anything like that, he either doesn't care because nothing's there, or, he's wherever he is, doing whatever he's doing, and probably does not particularly care. If anything, he's maybe going to go, hey, you know what? My beneficiaries are going to get some money out of this. I can earn for them, even though I'm dead. That's pretty cool. Now, the real question. AI taking over acting gigs, basically. Now, I think for some things, it's not actually a horrible idea. And certainly the real conundrum would be contracts. How do voice actors contract out the use of their voice for voice acting? For AI lines and these types of things in some sort of generated language model that perhaps more games will have. This would probably be much more like an RPG. And I think that's really the only scenario where in which we would be worried about this. But again, you're not necessarily going to lose money over this. Maybe you would. It's entirely possible, but that's up to how you negotiate your contract. The question really is, do you want an AI in your game? Because the AI that they're using right now is not really going to do a great job at expanding the world in a way that A, stays true to the canon and also is, fun to interact with. Like, imagine AI in the new Elder Scrolls game. Let's say that you are able to type in prompts, or you're able to, use your microphone and say, hey, Nerevar, can you tell me about Dagoth Ur and blah, 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 blah? Yeah. Now, maybe that's interesting, but then again, how are they going to really give you information about these things that would stay true to the idea of, okay, this person's just walking around the Imperial City. What are they going to know about the Daedric princes, or what are they going to know about whatever? I don't know if it actually would improve the quality of the world building. I think your best bet for these things would be if they use it for background information. Essentially, if you're walking around Night City in Cyberpunk 2078 and you hear snippets of conversation, these snippets of conversation can just be bullcrap, normal. Oh, hey, I went down to the laundromat and, Chandra got geeked out there by some roving cyber gangs, blah, 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 whatever. Maybe that gives you something. Maybe that gives you a little bit of like, hey, you know what? This is a living, breathing world and still maintains a veneer of it being a different world. I think that's kind of your best option, because anything where it's actually impacting into your story, you're going to lose the sense of handcrafted narrative. AI can make some stories, but they're still progressively generated. So think about the quests in Skyrim. You have the Radiant quest system, and then you have the actual quests that were written by people that know how to write quests. They are totally different. They feel totally different. And to be honest, those Radiant quests really make the game feel clunky. This is why Oblivion's quests and their world feels better than Skyrim in a lot of ways. Even though there's less content, that's not a bad thing. This is, it's the difference between art and content. Do you want more art? Do you want more content? If you just want content, dude, do drugs. Drugs are for you. You're not giving yourself anything substantial. You're not giving yourself anything to really chew on. You're not giving yourself anything that's actually meaningful or impactful, or you're going to take with you in the rest of your life. You're just consuming. You're just consuming because it feels good to consume. This is a bad road to go down. You do not want to go down that road. And I think that is essentially the best AI can do right now. In terms of acting, in terms of writing, in terms of any of that stuff, it makes slop. And I don't think that any of the AI that's currently on the market or in development is even trying to be creative. It doesn't have it written into its code. So I think if you are sort of a creative workhorse for the video game industry, for movies, for TV, for something like that, yeah, AI maybe is going to be a significant portion of your day-to-day work. Maybe you don't lose money, but do you really want to spend, how much of your day do you want to spend as an extra in a movie? Probably not that much. You could probably be, take another shift at, the McDonald's. Or just stay home and don't do anything. That might be a better use of your time. I'm not really sure though. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for your time and attention. Good luck with all your endeavors. I should say farewell for now.